Recently I test drove the LDV eDeliver 3. It's New Zealand's cheapest new all-electric van. And LDV saw that video, and for some reason they've still invited me down here to Taupo to witness the unveiling of some new electric vehicles. I don't know what we're in store for. Apparently they're going to put me and a bunch of other journalists on a bus and take us to a secret location. Watch this space.
Okay, we're all aboard. How many have we got? 8 of them.
The minibus took us all to a herd of LDV electric vans and a hangar full of exotic cars. And after the obligatory presentation, the doors were opened to unexpectedly reveal New Zealand's first all-electric ute.
New Zealand finally has an all-electric ute. It's beat Tesla, it's beat Rivian to the punch. I was not expecting it when I came here today. This is the EV T60. Normally I'm much more rehearsed than this because I've only just found all this information out. That's why I'm holding a piece of paper. First things first, how much does it cost and how far does it go per charge? Well, we don't really know the price. Supposedly it's going to be sub $80,000, so it should be applicable for the clean car rebate of $8,265. Range, however, I can tell you, this version with its 88.5 kilowatt hour battery will do 325 kilometers on a real world charge. Real world, not fabled kilometers, real 325 kilometers per charge in New Zealand conditions. Is it four-wheel drive? Not this one. There may be a four-wheel drive coming one day, but not this right now. This model is two-wheel drive only. It has, as I mentioned, a 130 kilowatt motor with 310 Newton meters of torque. So it's putting all of that power to the back wheels. Decent amount of torque though, so it should be able to haul a reasonable load. 750 kilograms of unbraked load, 1 ton of braked load. This particular model is left-hand drive. The steering wheel is on the wrong side. That explains why they have so many accidents in America. Steering wheel's on the wrong side. However, there will be a normal hand drive version coming this year. Deliveries will be later this year, but you can order now. The website is gone live today. A $1,000 deposit will reserve this car for deliveries probably in October, November of this year. Ignoring the fact the steering wheel's on the wrong side, like I said, the interior is as you'd expect from any modern ute. The only difference being the gear shifter is this familiar LDV style disc, twin USB ports, touchscreen display, cup holders, sunglass holder as well. What more do you need? And you've got space in the back for the dog. Also got power outlets in the back down here. You've got, look at this, 220 volts. Awesome. And cigarette lighter, but people today don't know what a cigarette lighter is. It's a power outlet now. The interior is what I believe SAIC Motor Corp calls leather effect, which is, you know, fake leather, but that's okay because it's easier to clean. You don't have to worry about it tearing. Most utes are petrol and diesel, right? Not this one. Look at this. You've got regular AC charging for home, level 2, or you've got DC rapid charging. Thing is, we don't know how fast it will rapid charge yet. The guys here at LDV don't know either. Will it be 55 kilowatts? Will it be 155 kilowatts? We don't know yet. But apparently they say it'll do a 0 to 80% charge in about 25 minutes. That's the short version of all the specs and features. Apparently they're going to let us take this for a drive here in Taupo, so watch this space. I'm really quite excited about this. Even if the steering wheel's on the wrong side, I don't care.
We all jumped in a van each to follow the electric ute, which went well.
All right, how do I start it?
And with a little help, I found the giant start button staring right at me.
Oh, good Lord. Okay, all right, we'll just edit that out. All right, so we're on a mission now. They've just showed us the ute, you just saw that. We're on a mission now. I'm following a convoy. We have a destination in mind. I don't know what's going on today. We've seen the unveiling of the ute. Apparently we're going to get a chance to drive it. In the meantime, this is the LDV eDeliver 9. This is the chonker. This is the one with the 77 kilowatt hour battery. This one supposedly has everything the modern tradesperson or delivery person or local council could use in a service vehicle. So rather than me try to recite facts and catch up to a convoy, I'm just going to play a bit of voiceover.
The short version is that this eDeliver 9 comes with 3 different battery pack sizes and 6 different configurations with 2 wheelbase sizes, including the option to buy a cab chassis alone, with driving ranges of up to 300 kilometers per charge and prices peaking at around 87 grand plus GST. And there's an electric 9-seater minibus coming this year too. And while I've got your attention, let me do a quick shout out to Ecotricity, who makes these videos possible. They're New Zealand's only certified carbon zero electricity provider, and every electron they provide is 100% clean and entirely renewable. So if you want to be a decent Kiwi and make a positive change, join today at ecotricity.co.nz. But now it's time for me to finally drive New Zealand's first pure electric ute.
and this is it. This is the LDV EV T60 pickup truck. This is the first pickup truck in New Zealand that's all electric. I'm kind of honoured because I'm just a nobody from South Auckland who likes cars, and they've let me drive this thing along with the actual proper journalists. I'm thrilled. First of all, air conditioning. Well, how do we start it? Oh, okay, it's a regular key start. How about that? Okay, first thing I can see, the dashboard's all in Chinese because this one is straight off the boat, hence the steering wheel being on the wrong side. But with a little bit of video trickery, I can switch it over like that. There we go, I've just flipped the image, so now it looks like I'm in New Zealand. Anyway, let's give this thing a go. I'm now waiting for the cars in front to go. I've driven a few pickup trucks in my life, but I've never really been a fan of them because I've always found that they're kind of agricultural and built for purpose. Is this one the same? Let's find out. So it has the characteristic LDV gear puck. All right, we're off. Handbrake down, we're off. Edit that out. All right, we're moving. So acceleration, that has 130 kilowatts of power. Acceleration's okay. I mean, it's a big heavy vehicle. So as I said before, this has got the 88 kilowatt hour battery. This means that it'll do realistically about 325 kilometers per charge. Now that may not be enough for some people, but for the vast majority of people who buy pickup trucks, that's going to fit the bill. One thing I noticed about this vehicle is naturally it's a pickup truck, so yeah, you're sitting high, which means that you're feeling all of that scuttle. And like all pickup trucks, it's got some scuttle. That's just inherent, you know? You can tell it in my voice while I'm talking, it is shaking because that's pickup trucks for you. That's not an electric vehicle thing, that's a pickup truck thing.
The scuttle was my main complaint about this vehicle, though this version is for the Chinese market, so there's hope that the Kiwi version might have softer shocks installed. The other complaint I had was that it doesn't feel like I got the full 130 kilowatts out of the rear motor when accelerating, as if something was hampering it. As for the seemingly low 1 ton of braked towing capacity, the LDV rep told us that the reason for the figure is purely for economy stats, with him adding that the frame and motor are strong enough to happily tow 3 tons, but the range would completely vanish, which at 325 kilometers is one of the vehicle's key selling points.
Of course, there will be a great number of people who say, well, I need a ute that can do 500 kilometers per charge and cost less than a bicycle. But there's going to be a massive number of people which this vehicle will fit their bill. I should also add, from an Aucklander's perspective, that I see about 100 utes every day. Very few ever have anything in the back, and all of them are really nicely polished with shined tyres. So not everyone that's going to buy this pickup truck is going to be in the trades. Not everyone's going to be a farmer. Some people buy pickup trucks, and this is not a criticism, just an observation. Some people just buy pickup trucks because it makes them feel good and they like the image it presents, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what's really interesting is that about 2 hours ago I shared a picture of this vehicle on the New Zealand Electric Vehicle Facebook page, and I had a lot of comments and things. What's fascinating though is that there were people saying, well, this vehicle's just not good enough for me, doesn't tow enough, doesn't go far enough. But in the real world, the guy from LDV told me he was thrilled that someone saw that picture, rocked on up to one of the LDV places with $1,000 for the deposit and bought one. You can't tell me the demand is not there. Toyota, Nissan, Isuzu, you guys are better catch up, or LDV is going to take your crown.